What's good? It's your boy Fannon. God dog, I hate this old mic I got. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Jeff Marshall, what's going on, man? Let me say what's up to everybody before we get into this. Jeff Marshall, my man. Chef Boy ID, D74. What's good? Hustler Slim. Maurice McElroy, Michael James, what's going on, man? Leon Robinson, Mr. The Architect. Grace Terrell, what's going on, man? Harold Jones, good morning to you, King. Michael James, chat, salute to you as well. Linda Morris, what's going on? Somebody handing out flowers this morning. Jamal Wright, what's good? Jay Good, what's happening? Arturo Shorty, Bob Schmitty, I think you get thrown out, dog. I'm pretty sure you get thrown out. Sorry, dog. You got to go. I think you just got thrown out for doing a bunch of dumb shit on the last chat, dog. I'll unhide you if somebody tells me it wasn't you. But, dog, I'm with that shit, dog. If you acting crazy and shit on other chats, dog, don't come around here, man. People let people know what's going on. What's going on, Jeff Marshall? Rough House Boxing, what's good? What's blazing in sports, man? What's going, man? I'm chilling. I'm just... Man, dog, I don't want to take Black Fight Fan TV's money. I don't want to take his money, man. I don't want to take your money, Black Fight Fan. I gotta drop that. I gotta drop that belt, man. I gotta drop the bet, dog. We gotta do the push-ups, man, because I don't get a lot of fight calls wrong, man. I don't get a lot of fight calls wrong, dog. Check my record. Gary Russell Jr. does not want Guillermo Rigondeaux, man. He don't want him. He don't want him. He don't want him. He don't want him. He's going to lose that fight. Ain't going to get his jaw broke. Okay? We're going to be back to jaw-breaking Guillermo Rigondeaux with Gary Russell Jr., dog. I promise you. The same reason that Lomachenko got his eyes swole up against Jose Pedraza is the same reason why Lomachenko went the distance with Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. don't commit to his punches. He don't commit to his punches, so all that angle change and all that shit don't do nothing to Gary Russell because he tip-tapping. Tip-tap, tip-tap, tip-tap. Dog, that nigga too short. And I like Gary Russell Jr., but Gary Russell Jr. is 5'3". 5'3". He got a 61-inch reach. Dog, he like Tyrion Lannister out in there, dog. He don't want that, dog. I'm telling you. He gonna get hit with something real ugly. Real ugly. Bow! That shit gonna shatter. No. Gary Russell Jr., fight Leo Santa Cruz. Gary Russell Jr., go find you Abner Mares. Go find somebody other than Rigo. Rigo gonna break your jaw, man. Straight out. You ain't serious about boxing. You don't work like that. Nah, dog. You don't want that heat, dog. He don't want that heat. I'm telling you. Keep Gary Russell Jr. away from Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux will break that man's jaw. Okay? Break it. Clean in two. Don't do it. Don't do it. He ain't big like that. He's thick. He ain't big. His frame is smaller than Rigondeaux's. When you see him and Rigondeaux face off, it's gonna be Rigondeaux here, Gary Russell Jr. here, not Rigondeaux here, Lomachenko here with oh hell no. He gonna get hit with some shit that he ain't gonna get up, that he gonna get hurt with, dog. I'm tolding you. But man, my man 78, let me see that. So I'm sorry, man. I had to get into that before I get. Nah, Bob Schmitty, you got to get the fuck out, dog. Nah, dog. The name was on the other chat. Don't do it. I ain't cool with if you ain't. No, dog. No. Ain't no alternative personalities. Ain't none of that. Oh, I'm gonna shit on him here. I can't stand 78, but Fanon's cool. No. You ain't never said nothing crazy to me. But nah, dog. Not today, dog. Not today. Hey, we said Black Fight Fan TV loves midgets. I mean, hey, dog. I'm just telling you. I said before, I was like, with the Rigondeaux thing, with the back flat with the Jeff Marshall. Actually, let me pull up my thing, man. I gotta pull up this thing so I can see these super chats where it is. Man, look, I'm telling you, I said this about Guillermo Rigondeaux, Lomachenko. I wanted Guillermo Rigondeaux to get that money. I didn't want the fight because I was like, nah, this dude, he's too big. It's just a size thing. It's a size thing. He's big compared to Rigondeaux. Dude, Lomachenko beat Gary Russell Jr. because he's so much bigger than Gary Russell Jr. But Gary Russell Jr. don't commit to punches. He's just tip-tap, trying to fast hand you. In the middle of that blah, 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 it's going to come off. Bow! Oh, shit. That type of stuff, dog. Don't act like Lomachenko want to just stick his chin out there and go get him one to the chin. Dog, that dude breaks jaws, man. He is whatever, 18-1. Okay, he didn't get knocked out. He didn't get dropped. He was like, my hands hurt. I got my money. I'll be fighting again later. Thank you. Now, if you take this money that I get, let me get this 400G real quick, stick it in the bank. Let me get that money I put on Lomachenko about my bookie and go sit his ass down for a year. Got a paycheck, dog. He got a paycheck. He ain't supposed to be up at 126 pounds. He ain't supposed to be at 130 pounds, man. That's a 130-pound fight, not a 126-pound fight. I believe in Rigo on that one. But dude can fight now. Gary Russell, I mean, I might be surprised. I don't think I will. But I might be surprised. Let me get these super chats. What's going on, Justin March? Black Fight fan. Mr. said, Taz, this was good, man. Justin Marshall said, nah, Bob Schmitty, people don't forget. Hell no. Hell no, people don't forget. I saw it, dog. I was like, oh, really? Come on, man. Mr. J-Dub 20TX. Much love in the super chat, dog. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All righty. Yes, sir. So, yeah, I wanted to get in there. What's going on, Mr. King Palmer? Gravy Davy, what's good, man? Hustle Slim, what's going on, man? Oh, yeah. Oh, Toot Robinson, man. What's good, Toot Robinson? Much love in the super chat, Toot Robinson. Always, I got to say what's up to you in the door. What's good, Toot Robinson? D74 say, Fannon, how in the world can Rigo, an ex-champ, drop down and fight in an 8th round fight as if he's a prospect? To get some rest off. Go get a paycheck. To get a paycheck. Let me go punch this mug in the jaw for about a quick 50,000. That's a $50,000 tune-up. That's just like Tyson Fury coming back to beat up on Sefi Safiri or whoever that is, man. He just went in there and got that money real quick. And that's what I like. Get Rigo paid. Get Rigo paid. That's option because they stole his prime, dog. First of all, Cuba stole his prime because he was 30-something years old when he showed up. Then you had all these dudes blackballing him, all that stuff. Go on ahead and let him get his little money in real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Actually, just bow. That's all it really was a quick other hand. Bow. Let him break somebody's jaw real quick. Get a paycheck. He'll be back next month. He's going to be back 2 months from now. Rigo will be back on another card. Get him another one. Get him some rounds in, dog. That's part of the problem. Rigondeaux fought 2 rounds in 3 years before the Lomachenko fight. Because he broke that, he beat up on Moise Flores. Moise Flores took a dive, right? He can't get no fights because they blackballing him. Let him get about 4-5 fights in. And then set him on them boys. I'm telling you. Because Rigo fresh. I'm just down with Rigo. You know how I do. I respect Rigondeaux. Just like, oh, by the way, Usyk versus Luis Ortiz is not official. The shit came out in Jimenez. His manager said that he ain't even heard that they ain't heard anything from Usyk. He said that he would fight Usyk tomorrow morning, but they ain't heard nothing from Usyk. So, you know, White Jesus, the big version, he ain't asked for that heat, dog. He ain't asked for that counter punching boom upside your head from that southpaw counter puncher, dog. He ain't asked for it. He said he need to get a couple fights out there. He need to get a couple fights in there at heavyweight before he goes. And that's what I think too. We need to get a couple fights in with them heavyweights before he fights somebody like Ortiz. Ortiz mess around and really crack that dude. And he should make an adjustment to the weight first. What's going on, Ryan Clark? He said, Fannon, the Don, Salute King, what's good? Oh, I'm good. By the way, let me make an announcement. You know how I did this week. I don't know if you guys are part of this or not. What's going on, Tony Benales? What's going on, man? I don't think fighters could do that. I'm not sure what that is. Avid boxing fan said, if David Haney is to fight Shakur Stevens right now, I lean towards Shakur Stevens, but in a few years, I feel like Haney will be stronger of the two and can stop Shakur. Man, why did he get dentures? Y'all notice that? That's what I mean. I thought David Haney looked good in the fight. You know, I thought he looked good. He tried to take that boy up out of there in the 12th round. So I like what I see from David Haney. But I looked at him like, dude, this dude got dentures. He got like all his teeth replaced, man. I'm like, damn, you kind of young to be having dentures. Oh, I don't know why these guys do that, man. Like, dude, just unless he lost a tooth or something, like maybe somebody knocked the tooth out of his front of his mouth or something. But dog, that dude had dentures on. I was like, what the fuck is that? Ryan Garcia is going to be a difference in the fight. Robert Garcia is going to be the difference in what fight? Dog, Robert Garcia cannot fight for Mikey Garcia. Let's get that shit out of there, dog. Robert Garcia cannot. This is the biggest. If you're talking about Mikey Garcia, this is the biggest step-up fight for Mikey Garcia. This is the first time Mikey Garcia stepped up in competition. That's one thing that he's admitted, and I've said before. This is the first time that he stepped up in competition. First time in his career he stepped up in competition. Go look at the record. The two toughest fights that Mikey Garcia has had in his career, Adrian Brawner and Robert Easter Jr. Before that, Orlando Salido, who had like 9-10 losses when he fought him. Fighting down at 126 pounds. This is the first step-up fight for Mikey Garcia. That's the thing people ain't missing. As far as this experience stuff goes, because he said it in that interview, he was like, you know, when I stepped up against Orlando Salido, he had the more experience. I was like, that's interesting. That's interesting that you say that, because you look at his record, this is the first time he stepped up and he's not been the clear favorite to win a fight. The first time that he's not been a clear favorite to win a fight. This is not the first time that that's happened with Errol Spence. Errol Spence was not the clear favorite going in there with Kell Brook. There's a lot of people thought he could lose to Kell Brook, and he went on the road to go fight Kell Brook. Errol Spence has already been in a war. He's been in a war. Mikey Garcia's never been in a war. You don't know what Mikey's going to do. Mikey Garcia don't know what he's going to do. Because Mikey Garcia always said, look, man, this is the first time I've ever had to fight anybody that I'm an underdog to fight. Now, he might be able to adjust. He might be able to do something, but be very clear. This is the first time Mikey Garcia has ever stepped up into real danger in his career. And I'm not insulting. I'm just saying, this is the first dangerous fight that he's taken in his career. The first. Every other fight he's ever fought, he was the clear favorite, the overwhelming favorite to win the fight. But I credit him because he is stepping up. I credit him because he is stepping up. Mike Suarez, I don't agree. Who was Mikey ever favored? Who was ever less than Mikey, less than a 2-to-1 favorite to beat in his career? Let me know who he was ever less than a 2-to-1 favorite to beat in his career. And I'll love to hear it. Just let me know. You can say he was damaged goods, but it wasn't a foregone. He was after the fact, you can say he's damaged goods. Before the fact, he wasn't damaged goods. Before the fact, he was like, I said that I thought he was going to beat him up and stop him. But dude, Kell Brook put on a good fight. And Errol Spence went to the UK to do it on the road. Okay? That was a step-up fight for Errol Spence Jr. He was not a prohibitive favorite to win that fight. It was an even money fight, and it was a really good fight where Errol Spence had to overcome difficulties with him. You can say what you want about that, but there's never been a fight Mikey Garcia has not been at least a 2-to-1 favorite to win. At least a 2-to-1 favorite to win. And that's a testament to Mikey Garcia's skill. It's a testament to his skill. Okay, but this is the first time that he is an underdog in his career. So this is the first First, step up fight for Mikey Garcia, unless you want to say Orlando Salido was a step up fight. Because Orlando Salido. I'm just saying, and that's just, it's what it is. And Mikey Garcia is saying it. Mikey, and so don't argue. If you want to argue with me, you got to argue with Mikey Garcia too. Because that's what Mikey Garcia is saying. Mike Garcia is saying, I want to show what people I can do when I'm the underdog. I want to show people what I can do when most people think I'm going to lose. That's what he said. He said he's never done that before, right? So if you want to argue, don't argue with me, argue with Mikey. Go tell Mikey, no, that's not the first time that's ever happened to you, Mikey. Mikey, you're wrong. I'm just saying that that's something to take into consideration. I'm not saying that Mikey Garcia has no chance to win the fight. I don't even believe that. Because like I said, I know if you go and you fight in the ring, you got to see what's going on in the ring with the fight. Okay? You have to see what's going on in the ring. The ring, you have to fight. Okay? What's his name? Not Josh. Was it Josh Warrington? Not Josh Warrington. Ryan Burnett. When Ryan Burnett fought Nonito Donaire, I thought he was winning the fight before Ryan Burnett threw his back out. But Ryan Burnett threw his back out. Or whatever. He might have been fucking faking for all I know. Anyway, then nobody say, oh, you're faking because you're getting beat. But he hurt his back. Nonito Donaire is now the champion down at 126 pounds or whatever that is. Nobody would have thought that, but it happened in the ring. So I'm not going to say that, man. Mikey Garcia is a great fighter. He's a great fighter. And whenever you got a great fighter against another very, very great, both very technically sound fighters, you know, things happen in boxing. Things happen in boxing. You know, things happen. But let's not be twisted. This is this is dangerous for him. Dangerous. Because that boy right there is, like he said, man, my disagreements are all respectable, though. That's fine. I mean, I don't have an issue with you disagreeing. Mikey said this is the first time being an underdog. Yeah, it is. This is his first time. Now, he's a great fighter. That's why it's the first time being an underdog. But let's not get it twisted, though. This is the first time he's going to be out there with somebody that's really in their mind. Not only, maybe the second time he's actually probably in there against somebody that thinks they can beat him. That's another aspect of it, the mental side of it. He's now getting in there with somebody that thinks he can beat him and thinks he can hurt him and isn't going to take him for granted. What Errol Spence said was, look, everybody can punch. Everybody can punch. Just by everybody can punch. You can bulk up. I mean, and he's a very technical boxer, man. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And that boy is getting all these hey, that dude ain't no joke, man. But neither is Mikey. I'm not gonna, I ain't shitting on Mikey now. Avery Lamont business. So neither is Mikey then. What do you mean it's proven? You got to prove it that night. That bullshit don't even mean anything. He's not proven. Not proven to who? He ain't proven to you. He's proven to Kell. He proved himself to Kell Brook. He proved himself to Lamont Peterson. He proved himself to everybody he's been in the ring with. That shit don't mean anything. He's not proven. That's bullshit. That don't mean anything. When you get, that's empty words to try to be like, oh, he hasn't proven. Proven it to who? Clearly, he's proven it to some fucking body. Clearly, he's proven it to somebody. The question is Mikey proven himself? You can say Mikey ain't proved himself. Mikey ain't ever even fought at the weight class before. We're talking about a 147-pound fight, a welterweight fight. Mikey's never even been in that weight class before. Mikey proved himself at 135. What did he prove himself with? He proved himself, the best fight he had with 135 is Robert Easter Jr. He fought 140 pounds against Sergey Lipinets. He at a catch weight against Adrian Bronner. Those are his best fights. The last 3 fights that he won are his best fights. Robert Easter Jr., Sergey Lipinets, and Adrian Bronner. That makes you a fucking world beater? Just because those names, what did he prove? They all went the distance with him. If anything, they proved that they can go the distance with him. And he pulled on. Now, did he pull off a little bit? He might have pulled off. Against Adrian Bronner, he didn't want to get caught because he got hit with some shit against Mikey Garcia, against Adrian Bronner. Robert Easter went into retreat mode. Sergey Lipinets won some rounds off of him. Mikey Garcia didn't take him out. Now, the problem is, now what are you going to do when a guy that's really trying to come hurt you and a dude that believes himself, a guy that's bigger than you, faster than you, stronger than you, extremely technical sound. He's not a 13-0 kickboxer with his hands down like this. He's not Adrian Bronner who's going to stand like this, wait for you to get done, give up the first 4 rounds. He's not that. He's not Robert Easter. He ain't got a jab. His jab don't look like this, right? He don't jab like this, changing his personality to try to do something different. He's got to prove himself just as much as Errol Spence Jr.'s got to prove himself. They both have to prove themselves that night. But that's wishful thinking the cat. I mean, what the fuck does he got to prove? If he wasn't real, he wouldn't be where he is. Okay? If he wasn't real, he wouldn't be where he is. I'm not saying, but see, I'm not saying that the dude ain't got a chance. I'm not saying Mikey ain't got a chance. I favor Errol Spence Jr. to win, but Errol Spence got to go and take care of his business that night. That's just how it works. You know, Lennox Lewis got knocked out by Hakeem Rahman. That shit would happen 1 out of 100 times that they fought. But it just happened that one time was the first time. Shit happens in boxing. That's why you got to fight the fight. You know what I mean? Got to fight the fight, dude. Just give Spence credit when he wins. Yeah, I mean, he gonna get credit when that cash hit his bank account, dog. By the way, I hate to make the conversation digress, but I shall digress. I don't care if you got coochie when you were 14 years old, dude. What the fuck? Who cares? Yeah, block people with stupid comments. Proof will be when they fight. Yeah, that's it. You gotta have a fight, man. You gotta have a fight. Let me check these super chats. But look, man, I wanted to tell you just real quick, I gotta pull the $2,100 bet off the table. Okay. Nobody emailed me. I didn't hear anybody to come to my comment section telling somebody took the bet. So shut up, cowards. You didn't take the bet. I bet cats $2,100 to go debate to go debate Best Fight the Best Boxing on his channel. I didn't get any takers. I told people how to comment, how to tell me, how to come to me. So please don't come to my channel, you trolls, with any of your superhero boys, because they didn't want that smoke. Okay? They didn't want the smoke. They want to talk. They want to talk behind. They want to stand behind some dumb shit and just make up a bunch of shit so you guys will watch his videos. They ain't serious about what they doing. They be lying to you, repeating nonsense that if they thought about for 5 seconds, they would know was nonsense. But they don't want it. They don't want it. They didn't want it. And that was a lot of money we put up. Okay? Now, that subject's over. Don't ever come to my channel talking about somebody saying some shit about me, because them cowards didn't want no smoke. And I gave plenty people put money up. Plenty people put money up. Put your money where your mouth is. We put our money where our mouth was, and they didn't show up. They was ghost. Wasn't no videos put up. Nothing. And we know you was watching. So go continue to watch them, but just understand you are being lied to. Now, let's get back here. Best Fight the Best in Texas. We can't ask for no more. Exactly. Don Banks, Fannon, I told you I'd do it, but I wanted guaranteed $2,100. Exactly. Exactly. They wanted their money guaranteed. They never even asked for a guarantee. Never even talked. But they were under contract. That's what it was. They were under contract. And they know the verbal contracts are you know that verbal contracts are enforceable in New York. After we destroyed a certain argument, they came back, destroyed it because we put Frank Warren on tape. Got Frank Warren on tape. Verbal contracts are enforceable in New York. Dummy. Verbal contracts are enforceable everywhere unless it's written, unless the law requires them to be written. Some dummy went and pulled up a case where in New York where it said verbal contracts are enforceable and thought that it was just New York. Shut the fuck up. Hey, yes, sir. Salute. Hey, tell me something. What does Mikey have to offer Spence for this fight? Let's be serious. I mean, he's an excellent fighter and he's got a good name and he's an excellent fighter. Mikey Garcia can fight. Mikey Garcia can fight. Okay. He can fight. Mikey Garcia is a world-class fighter. There's some technical aspects to boxing that I'm sure, trainers and the such can tell you that maybe they see something that he can take advantage of, right? Like the fact that, that Errol Spence Jr. sets up everything off the jab. So maybe he's going to do something to work, to take advantage, come over the top of Errol Spence's jab. I don't know. Maybe he's going to do I don't know what the mother's going to do. But see, that's why I'm not a boxing trainer. I don't know what Robert Garcia and Mikey Garcia say they see. But I don't think that Robert Garcia is such a good trainer that he can see things that no other trainer can see. That I don't believe. Okay? Excellent training facility. I'm sure they have it. Excellent sparring partners. I'm sure they have it. A lot of experience. Letting people know, all of that stuff. He's got all of that. But it's not like he's got some knowledge of the finer points of boxing that don't exist anywhere else in the world. So what do trainers usually say about Errol Spence? His head movement, right? He doesn't move his head. He stays behind he stays behind a high guard. So maybe, maybe they think that if they really jab hard at the high guard, that's going to back Errol Spence Jr. up, right? So they're going to try to get. I don't know what they're going to do, but that's why Robert Garcia is paid the big bucks as a trainer, and I'm not. All I'm saying as a boxing fan, you got to have a fight, And I'm really not one of these people that'll say, "Oh, there's no chance somebody can win a fight," because you got to get in the ring, you got to fight. You know what I mean? You got things happen. Things happen. Mikey Garcia might break his hand in the first round. He might just throw a punch, hit Errol Spence's elbow and break his hand, right? He might get his nose broken. Things happen, man. So you gotta have a fight. And I'm excited for the event. You know what I mean? I'm excited for the event. Oh, he said his footwork is his head movement. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to debate the finer points of boxing technique with people. And people act like they want to, dog. Come on, man. I'm not going to engage in that with you. I'm a boxing fan. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. The GOAT, they just trolls. Oh, you know that, dog. I know, but I just wanted to see. I just did it. I just did that because I wanted to prove they were trolls. Arrow is going to smoke Mikey. Snack won't help. Much love in the super chat and Toot Robinson in this mug. Best fight the best guilted me out of that bet. I got to pull out of that bet, dog. Before the fight signs, I got to pull out the bet, dog. I ain't betting Black Fight Fan TV on that because I don't want to take anybody's money. Sometimes, dog, it's like I can't do it, dog. I can't take your money. I don't want to take your money. I'll do push-ups because it's a benefit to me. I need to get my push-ups right. I need to get my chest strong, all that. So, and I know I ain't going to have to do 1,000 push-ups because Gary Russell Jr. ain't fighting Rigondeaux. If he does fight Rigondeaux, he's going to get hurt. I promise you he's going to get hurt. That's not going to be a pretty fight because Gary Russell Jr. he's a very, very good fighter, and I'll take him over Leo Santa Cruz. I'll take him over Abner Mares. I'll take him over anybody at 126. I'll take him over, Josh Warrington. I'll take him over all those guys, man, because they are them. I'm not going to take him over Guillermo Rigondeaux, though, because that Guillermo Rigondeaux, the counter punching and the power, the precision power of him. Firstly, he's going to stop Gary Russell Jr. from throwing all them punches. Gary Russell ain't gonna be throwing all them punches. Guillermo will get in there and exchange with you. And Gary Russell Jr. ain't got that type of power. He ain't got the type of shit that's gonna like. I don't see it as a close. Personally, I don't even see it as a close fight. I don't see it as a close fight. But I could be, DMV cats get mad at me if you want, dog. But I'm telling you, I don't see that shit. I don't even see it as a close fight. Roughhouse Boxing. Yeah. Oh, BFTB. I informed them again. They wanted no work. Hey, but you got your money up front. Best Fight the Best. Roughhouse Boxing said, just like AJ and the 50 million, it was easy work. They'd run to BFP trying to get that bag. Give me $350 and I'll draw and send a mean picture to Best Fight the Best today. Yes, sir. Roughhouse Boxing. Yeah. So we just go ahead but see, it was worth it just saying that, it's just worth doing it for the fun of it. They didn't really want that. Because I wanted the tape. I just wanted the tape. I wanted the tape, dog. I wanted the tape. But they won't give me the tape because I would have sent in and I would have get to Best Fight the Best and say, do you mind if I download this conversation? Bloody murder, dog. But instead of that, I just went, shout out to Best Fight the Best. Black Fight Fan TV. For sending me that little bit of tape on Frank Warren, where he explained what that situation was. And I should have known these guys were lying. You guys lie so much. You lie so much. You lie so much. You did not hear him say that. You did not hear him say that. Oh, by the way, man, I got my wedding ring on today. I got my wedding ring on today. See, this is my wedding ring. For my wife. My wife got on me this morning. She's putting her wedding ring on, and I was like, she's like, you never wear your wedding ring. Like, I hate rings. I hate jewelry. But now that I've lost some weight, I'm on my work program, and this ring fits nice and neat. Right? This is how I used to shine in the 90s when I got married. I used to do the platinum and diamonds. You see the platinum and diamonds with the little triangle platinum and diamonds. Dog, I was so corny, man. I used to have like little, my thing was I wasn't wearing gold. I was like, man, I just doing platinum and diamonds. See, I wasn't above it, dog. I wasn't above ignorance. Okay. So instead of having a simple little ring, a simple gold band, right, that I could afford to lose, we spent ridiculous amounts of money. This is the last piece of expensive jewelry that I have. I guess I got them somewhere in the house. But I would have taken this off and bet him this. I'll bet you, I had the bets off the table. Should have bet you this. Here, that's proof of funds right there. Okay. I gotta get some shit replaced in this though. That's my proof of funds right there. Okay. That's my proof of funds. Okay. I will sell that mug. No, I won't. But you get the point. I can't believe my wife made me put my wedding ring on today, though. It's like, dog, you see some girls walking around, something that I missed? Let me go. All right, back to the comment section. Kale Brook Tribal, you just can't believe that I am a former pro fighter, a professional wrestler, and I can tell you heavier weight can wear you down. Trust me. Oh, no doubt about it, man. I know it will. Dog, you know it will, man. God, dog. Are you talking about have your own body weight will are you talking about the body weight? Were you talking about the body weight, your body weight, or the body weight of somebody else? Because both of them shits will wear you down, dog. Both of them will wear you down. Toting extra weight is toting extra weight, man. Oh, super chat. Somebody is a super chat. Did I miss it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nope, I got the super chats. BFTB, Roughhouse Boxing, D-Lo 404. Oh, yeah, same one saying Mikey by KO or crying cherry pick. Absolutely. Much love. Oh, yeah, they argue either way, dog. That's called arguing in the alternative. And Arrow's going to smoke. Mikey Snack won't help. I think I got that one. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, that's arguing in the alternative, dude. That's what these cats. I mean, and I don't mind arguing. Almighty Law. Fannon been going to the gym without the ring to see if he still got it. Wifey knows. That's hilarious, man. I ain't wore a wedding ring in years, dude. I've not had this on my finger for more. I've not had it on for more than a day in my entire marriage. I hate them. I hate rings. It's like I want to take this shit off now, you know, but I'm like, you know, let me get through the day with it. But I can't stand it. I don't like glasses. I don't like necklaces. I don't like anything. I mean, anything on me that is like suits, dog. Like my career path is heavily dictated by the fact that I hate ties. I hate ties. Putting that crap on my neck, walking around in hard sole shoes. Oh my God, man. I hate it. I hate it. Snacks B, what's good, man? Much love in the super chat. Don Banks, I was already a believer. He showed a lot of wrinkles to his game. I don't wear mine in the house. Don't wear mine in the house. Yeah, okay, yeah, that could be it. But I don't like it. I expected Uskatagi to wear him down and stop him late night inside of 12. He couldn't. Nope. Oh, Derek McGay said, man, Fannon, that's me. That's me too. Oh my God, I can't say. People, that's why you know people most times. People that you see wearing suits when they don't have to do not have a job that requires them to wear it. Because that shit's uncomfortable. I mean, it's a good feeling. Like it's to look nice and have everything crisp and clean. You know what I mean? Like it's a good feeling to have it. Like you can look in the mirror, you're like, okay, yeah, that looks sharp. I like how that looks. But walk your ass around, 3 months straight with that shit on every day. Get up in the morning, put it on, come back. I can't stand it, dog. I can't stand it. Always say, Finance, salute to the chat and the LDBC. If it ain't LDBC, it ain't me. Yes, sir. That's how I think. Hey, that's how I'm rocking. All of my, I love a nice watch. Yeah, I don't like it either. I got one too, but it just kind of wears me down, man. It's like, this shit somebody stole, man. My dad loves watches. Dude. This cat has like all these Movados. Like Movado is his watch. Man, this chick who is I guess she's technically speaking in like my niece, but she's like a niece, like like not related, but was raised within the family. Chick straight klepto, man. Straight klepto. Came in and stole my dad's Movados, man. My dad had seven Movados. He had whatever the watches that he never got Rolex, but it was more like Movado was his thing. Man, chick stole his Movados, man. I was like, for real? Oh, Reggie the Tree says, salute to my brother. Gotta pass the blessings to you, brother. Take care. Much love, Reggie the Tree, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. He said, Fannon, you don't do ice in the ear either? Hell no. Do you see how big my ears are? Dude, before I gained weight, my ears look like this. So no, man, I got no earrings, man. There ain't no holes in my ears. There's a scar on my forehead. You can see it slightly keloided. I thought that rings were keloid, but I don't have the ears for earrings. If I put earrings in my ear, I would look like Dumbo, because I got these big ass earlobes. So it don't work, dog. Not for me. I never had earrings, no earrings, no tattoos. I don't wear jewelry. I ain't putting no nail polish on my nails. None of that shit. I'm just real funny like that, dog. All Mikey needs to do is have a decent performance. And yeah. D'Lo, yeah, it'll do him well, man. But see, there's the thing, man. He can ruin you, dude. Like you can win the fight and lose you can win the fight and lose your career. I was ringside for Bernard Hopkins versus Jermaine Taylor. Jermaine Taylor won that fight and lost his career. Because till you see Bernard Hopkins hit somebody right up close, Lord have mercy, he hit him with some shit that was like, whoa. I think that is the biggest problem. The punches that he took, several years later, he couldn't take those punches anymore, man. The same punch, now he's just laid out. Because of what he took against Bernard Hopkins. Man, Bernard Hopkins, he won that fight against Bernard Hopkins, and I think he won the rematch too. But dog, it ended his career, man. And that beating he took. If Mikey Garcia takes too much of a beating, like you start seeing him like have maybe a round or 2 rounds of getting caught, like where it looks like it's going downhill, they're gonna throw that towel in. They're gonna throw that in, dog. They're not gonna let him go to war like that. That's what I believe for sure. If Errol Spence starts wearing him down and you start seeing Errol Spence Jr. landing like 5, 6 body shots into the middle of the chest, jabs into the middle of the chest, and then a couple overhand rights, they're gonna throw the towel in. Because Robert Garcia, I know for sure, well, at least I believe, Robert Garcia loves Mikey Garcia. And they're not going to throw Mikey Garcia's future away. And I mean the future like outside the ring future. Just like when Rigondeaux said hand hurts, he wasn't going to throw his life away trying to prove something. You know, he wasn't going to throw his life away trying to prove something, because Rigondeaux didn't really take a lot of punishment against Lomachenko. He didn't. He was losing the fight, but he wasn't taking a lot. He wasn't taking a lot of punishment. But Rigondeaux sensed him start coming on, like it was going to start coming on. Then when it started coming on, he was like, "Hey, if he hurt his hand, he didn't hurt his hand, whatever." That's when they wrapped that up, because they weren't going to ruin. They're not going to ruin Rigondeaux was not going to ruin his life, proving a point by trying to go hell to high water with Lomachenko. That's the way that I see it. If that shit starts happening to Mikey Garcia, expect Mikey Garcia to realize he's making a lot of money and he wants to be able to spend it. And it doesn't do you any good being Wilfred Benitez, Wilfred Benitez when you're 50 years old. That's the type of shit that can happen to you with Errol Spence. I was watching this cat dog, I was watching his fights this weekend. God dog, man. God dog. He was hurting Kell Brook. Hurting him. And not hurting him in a way where it was like big shot, like, oh, he not like Deontay Wilder hurt him. Like you turn off the circulation. I mean, he's hurting internal organs. He hit Kell Brook with an uppercut to the sternum. I was like, oh, that shit had to cause some damage. Had to cause some damage. He's hitting with that left hand because he's left-handed, that liver. He's hitting this cat with liver shots. He's hitting him with straight jab. Oh, Chris Van Heerden. Chris Van Heerden. What he did to Chris Van Heerden, dog, you see this? All that stuff Chris Van Heerden was doing, go back and watch the Chris Van Heerden fight. Chris Van Heerden was really, really, really getting hurt, man. And I'm not talking about winning the rounds. I'm not talking about winning the rounds. I'm not talking about being spectacular. I'm talking about physical damage to your body. Physical damage to your body. There's only so much space between your rib cage and your kidney and your liver. You know what I mean? There's only so much difference between the middle of your chest and your heart. He's hitting that dude in his heart. That shit is, dude, that shit was scary. I was like, because I was looking at like the body work, man. I'm like, because I like that. Like what Omar Figueroa's brother, Brandon Figueroa, was doing to Moise Flores. Dog, that Maurice Flores was getting hurt well before he dropped. That boy was getting hit with stuff like, oh my God. Like Omar Figueroa, Brandon Figueroa, they had to send Moise Flores to the hospital after that whooping he got last night. And a lot of people are just, overhand right to the jaw. Like that's, dude, when compared to that shit that you're doing, that looked like, seriously, man, it was like, yeah, I don't know if you guys ever watch, Game of Thrones, right? But they're like, he doesn't deserve a quick death, right? So like, if they're trying to like, if they got to kill somebody, they'll be like, if they like them, what they'll do is they'll just sit them on a guillotine. You're gone, right? Just close your eyes and everything's over, right? Head off a body, you're done. If they don't like you, they're going to flay you, put you up there on a cross, cut your skin off, keep you alive, keep feeding you, right? Keep feeding you, pour some water down your throat when you think it's time to go, but you just in pain. That's an exaggerated example of it, but that's the worry that I know is in the mind of Robert Garcia. That's got to be in the mind of Robert Garcia. Are you going to do something? If this fight starts going south, how much punishment are they going to let Mikey take? Mikey might be willing to fight no. You're my brother. You're my brother. I cannot do this to my father. I can't do it to my father. Okay, let alone you. But I can't do it to my father. We know you're a multimillionaire now, Mikey. You got the silk sheets. And this dude said, the way Errol Spence was talking about it, he was like, anybody can bulk up. Everybody can punch. And he just got this look on his face like, I'm going to hurt this motherfucker. Not the, hey, I want to prove that I'm the best. No, I want to hurt him. I want to hurt him. I'm going to hurt him. Hurt him. Like Ali, you remember when Ali, Terrell was talking all that shit and he wouldn't knock him out? Like, wouldn't knock him out? Like, nope. Suck some of that pain up for a little while. Let me just keep tapping you in the head, talking to you, tapping you in the head. Andre Ward, that's what Andre Ward did to Kovalev. All that talk people were doing about Andre Ward didn't deserve the first fight, all that stuff Sergey Kovalev was talking about. Y'all want to know why them blows were low? Andre Ward's trying to hurt that dude. Andre Ward ruined Kovalev. Ruined him. Beat him till he sat down on them ropes and then kept hitting him there. Kept hitting him. Kept working it. And that's the danger you get in with a big dude. Because I'm telling you, man, dude, no, cats can hurt you. For real hurt you. And he's got the style that can really hurt you. Like, I know a lot of people really like you like the crisp, you like the footwork, you like I'm teaching you a boxing lesson. I'm going to teach you a boxing lesson, right? Like Caleb Plant was teaching a boxing lesson to Uskatagi. Then Uskatagi started beating him up. Like, I'm not trying to box unless I'm trying to beat you up. And over time, Caleb Plant got out of there with the win, but dog, Caleb Plant got hit with some shit in that fight. Okay, so Caleb Plant need to take some time off. Make sure all them faculties are together. Because Uskatagi tried to hurt him. And that's what I'm talking about with Errol Spence. If Mikey going to teach Mikey get into a war, dog, You may never see the same Mikey Garcia again. You may never see the same Mikey Garcia again. Because that shit is ugly. And that's dangerous. That's the most, to me, and boxers can tell you something, that's the most dangerous part of boxing to me, are the things that don't happen quickly. You know what I mean? The things that don't happen quickly. The prolonged shots to the liver. 5, 6, 7 shots to the liver. 15, 20 shots to the sternum. You know? Couple shots to the ribs. Wish shots to the temple. Broken nose. Hey, man. Khalid visibly was anxious throughout the fight. Yeah, because that dude was trying to hurt him, dog. Oh, yeah, Floyd versus Gotti. And this just planned. Oh, yeah, worst ass whipping ever was Floyd Gotti. Man, he got beat up. Yeah, man, what's going on in the Rated Darkness? Yeah, oh, yeah, that's another one. You got I Go Hard. You right, Fannon, Adonis Stevens' prime example. Yeah. As time went on, them shots kept adding up and adding up and adding up. Kept on adding up. And now all of a sudden, dude, you got to wake up. You don't just get out the ring and be fresh. You know what I mean? You don't just jump out. That's why they got weight classes. That's why you got weight classes. Did you see what Floyd did? Like what Floyd Mayweather was doing to Conor McGregor? When I watched the pay-per-view with friends, right? And who are not boxing fans. And I was watching, I was like, no, dude, they need to stop this fight. I don't know what round it ended in, the 10th, but right around the 6th, I was like, they need to stop this fight. And they were like, what are you talking about? That's not nothing. I was like, no, they need to stop this fight. This guy's gonna walk out with lifelong damage. If they keep this fight going, they need to stop it. I was in my seat, stop the fight. Stop the fight. Stop the fight. Because Floyd was trying to hurt him. He was trying to hurt him. He wasn't trying to outbox him. He wasn't doing it. He's just walking him straight to him. Everything he hit him with was flat. And I was like, man, this dude's going to get brain damage. He keeps getting hit with these shots like that. And eventually, he wound up knocking him. I can't remember how to knock him down, whatever happened. They wind up stopping. They're like, oh, bad stoppage. I'm like, no. They just saved Conor McGregor a lot of, they just saved this. They might have just saved that dude's future as a fighter. And I do believe the next time he came out and fought against Khabib, that didn't look like the same Conor McGregor. I'm not an MMA expert, so I won't say it didn't look like the same Conor McGregor, but he didn't look too quick. He didn't look too agile because he earned that money, dog. He earned that money against Floyd Mayweather Jr. tried to hurt that boy. And that Japanese dude, I didn't even cover that fight. I didn't cover it because people were like, oh, that dude went out there to hurt that boy. He went out there to hurt that boy. Like, okay, you're going to give me this fight, take this fight, okay. You think you knocking me out and all that shit. Ain't no reason to fucking box you. There ain't no reason. That's what Floyd was with Conor McGregor. It's the same thing he did with that other MMA fighter. There's no reason for me to box you. I'm going to beat you up. You're good. You think, oh, what the hell you think you Victor Ortiz? No, you ain't Victor Ortiz. You're not a professional boxer. I'm going to hurt you. That's what he did. And I'm telling you, these bigger dudes, like for Mikey, I was watching the Erickson Lubin fight, right? That they were playing before the Deontay Wilder, the replay last night on Fox. They replayed the Deontay Wilder Areola card, the whole card. And I was watching Erickson Lubin fighting whoever it was he was fighting on that undercard. And I thought to myself, what would happen with Erickson Lubin and Mikey Garcia? Because Erickson Lubin's about the same size as Errol Spence Jr., a little taller, probably a little heavier, not as good a fighter, But I was like, man, I don't know if Mikey Garcia can beat Erickson Lubin. I think Erickson Lubin will beat him. I think Mikey Garcia will be in a world of trouble against Erickson Lubin. I think Mikey Garcia will be in a world of trouble against J. Rock Williams. Just because of the size. Just because of those body shots, that willingness to wear in on you. Just like when Mikey fights littler guys, man. A lot of those guys he fought that were littler, man, they can't take when Mikey's giving them. Robert Easter Jr. is tall, but I mean, Robert Easter he's frail looking. I mean, he's just a tall, skinny dude. And when Mikey started hitting him to the body, he couldn't take that. Because Mikey's a bigger guy. And that's what Mikey said in the fight with, he's like, yeah, with Robert Easter Jr., Robert Easter Jr. is taller, but I'm bigger. Now he's dealing with somebody that's taller and a guy that's bigger. And a guy that is his jab, dude, you're going to get touched with that jab, that southpaw jab, that shit is going to hurt, man. So, like I said, but, you know, if he can adjust, he can do what he needs to do to win the fight. I'm not saying that can't happen. But I'm just saying, just be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that towel getting thrown over that rope as soon as it looks like it starts being a fight. And that would be the advice I would give Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia, dude, you get paid as soon as you step in that ring. Mikey, you get paid as soon as you step in that ring, bro. Okay? Let's talk to you like my son. Mikey, you get paid as soon as you step in that ring. Okay? Don't be a superhero. Don't be a superhero. Okay? Don't be a superhero. Meldrick Taylor shouldn't have been in there trading shouldn't have been taking them shots. Okay? Meldrick Taylor shouldn't have been taking them shots. Meldrick Taylor was a better boxer that day than Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. But he shouldn't have been taking them shots that he was taking. Because Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Sr. was trying to hurt him. And trying to hurt him badly. Mikey, if that boy starts laying on you, and you start getting hit and all that, who knew? The better part, the discretion is the better part of valor, dog. Now, I talk shit about Mikey Garcia, you know, skipping weight classes and all that, but I don't want to see him hurt. I don't want to see him hurt. That's never good, man. It's never good. And there's a possibility of that. That's what I'm saying. And all you guys that are rooting for Mikey, just understand, man, you know, you'll be friends. You'll be all root, Mikey, but you're not going to be there. You're not going to be there. Even if he wins, even if somehow he won, and 3 years later, he's drinking out of straws and can't remember where he is, and they revoke his driver's license because it's not safe to drive anymore. And all of a sudden, he's biting his girlfriend and doing all kind of other crazy shit because of the punishment he took from a dude that's trying to hurt you. You know what I mean? I had an argument one time with an MMA guy on the way into right before the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Conor McGregor fight, right? And he was talking about skill, right? And all the skill Conor McGregor had and all this. But I brought him an example with him, right? I was like, okay, so you think skill is going to overcome strength, speed, and all that, right? You think that. So I always like to do this. I like to do exaggerated examples to see if the principle stands, okay? You put your absolute best fighter, technically gifted fighter, strongest fighter you can find, and you put them in a cage with a chimpanzee and see what happens. You're not going to arm lock him. You're not going to parry his punches. You are not going to put him in a rear naked chokehold. You're not going to do any of that. He is going to grab your ass, rip your arm out of your socket, and eat your face because you are not strong enough to do anything about it. That's the exaggerated example. Mikey Garcia, if he measures wrong, if he was fighting somebody like Andre Ward would walk straight to him, parry a punch him in the kidney, whatever, and that fight would be the ugliest shit you ever want to see while it lasts until it's over. And that's the danger for Mikey Garcia. And I wouldn't be surprised if Mikey Garcia knows that. His daddy knows it. His brother knows it. Every boxer that has seen old aged boxers know it. Be careful what you ask for, because he might just give it to you. And Errol's thinking, and Sears thinks too, dude, what if Errol just gets ugly with him? Ugly with him. Like, hold on, man. No, dude, I'm hitting you with crazy shit too. Okay? Boom, on the hip. Ref, do Bernard Hopkins on you. Anyway, what's going on, Anthony Hambrick? Yeah, Justin March, they are. Chimp will fuck him up inside of 5 seconds. You think that's a crazy analogy? How about this? Think that's a crazy analogy? Go fight Deontay Wilder. Go fight Anthony Joshua. Did you see that thing when Ryan Garcia, what's that dude, Logan, put that body thing on there and wanted to take shots from Ryan Garcia? And he put his hand up and he hit Ryan Garcia, hit him with a body pad on. That dude looked like he wanted to cry getting hit with a body pad on. He's not a boxer. If you, what's his name? Best 175 pounder, the best 175 pounder in history of boxing, in my opinion, is the Sheriff, Bob Cooper. That's my favorite 175 pounder. Bob Cooper. He got in the ring with a heavyweight, and Muhammad Ali literally walked right through him. Didn't care if he didn't matter. The punches that he landed didn't affect him. The punches that Muhammad Ali landed on him jarred him every way, shape, and it just completely jarred him. Because he's a 175 pounder and Ali's 215 pounder. Same thing happened to him when he stepped up against Joe Frazier. He's a better boxer than Joe Frazier. Cooper is it Bob Foster? I said Cooper, I mean Bob Foster. Bob Foster is a better fighter than Joe Frazier. But Joe Frazier put that hurting on him. If he takes more punishment, that's just worse for him. But like I said, I mean, it could be a situation where the dude's where he's able to not get hit. If he's able to fight and not get hit, and he's just keeping Errol Spence off balance, and Errol Spence don't know what to do and all that, then hey, man, the dude can pull it off. You know what I mean? But if it's not the case, and it winds up being a situation where these guys, it's a war of attrition. If it becomes a war of attrition, hey, man. Discretion's a better part of value is what I'm saying. V versus One Loose Stones. When this fight was made, Counselor, you were concerned about Spence looking vulnerable? No, I wasn't. You know what I don't like, man? And I respect you, V versus Loose One Stones. Don't characterize things that I say. I wasn't concerned about Errol Spence looking bad. I said that if he doesn't look good, people are gonna say something about him. If he goes the distance with them, he's going to have that. People are going to say something to it. That's it. And that's still the case. I'm not concerned with him looking bad. I'm not concerned about it at all. It's a boxing match. I'm not fighting. I'm not getting paid. And this subject isn't about, when I'm talking about this, I'm not even really talking about whether or not I think who can win the fight. I said, don't be surprised if it becomes a war of attrition. If it becomes something where there's a lot of punches and big shots being exchanged, that Mikey Garcia throws in the towel. If you see Mikey Garcia get hit with 2 straight rounds of Errol Spence being able to go to his body, get ready for the towel. That's what I'm saying. Get ready for the towel. I said the same thing about Lamont Peterson. My prediction for Lamont Peterson is he's going to throw in the towel. Because I was like, there's going to be, once it gets to a fight, because that's what Errol Spence wants. He's pushing the action. He's pushing it. Once Lamont Peterson takes that couple seconds to sit down and exchange, which is going to happen because you can't fight on your back foot all fight. At a certain point in time, you're going to have to stand still and you're going to have to get that man's respect. And what I said with Lamont Peterson was, when that happens, get ready for the towel to get thrown in. Because Errol Spence Jr. is going to be murdering that dude's body. And Barry Hunter is not going to want to ruin Lamont Peterson for the sake of that belt. I mean, I predicted that. That was my prediction for that. That's why people throw in the towel. And then you hear what Tyson Fury's dad said? He said he would have thrown in the towel. If Tyson Fury's dad was in the corner when his son hit the deck like that, he would have thrown in the towel. Because he's like, man, I'm not going to, this is boxing. I don't want my son killed. Like, we can sit out there and say, oh, you know, he's a warrior and all that. That's all fine and dandy until it's your kid, till it's your kid, till it's your brother you seeing taking that punishment. Then that's what I said about Lamont Peterson. I said the same thing about Kell Brook. I said, look, man, Kell Brook might get ruined. He might get ruined. This might ruin his career. I've got this video. Damn, I hate this jewelry. I said that about Kell Brook, and people thought I was crazy. I'm like, no. I mean, the UK people thought I was crazy. I was like, man, this dude could ruin this guy's career. Because I'm looking at how he's fighting. And I'm like, dude, this is not some tactical fight. This is not some tactical fight where people are exchanging right hands, left. Oh, jab, 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 hands behind my back. It wasn't what Tyson Fury, the rounds that Tyson Fury won against Deontay Wilder. It wasn't like that. It was like, this dude is just battering he's battering his internal organs. That's what I'm telling you. He's battering his internal organs. And people from the UK were like, oh, that's just some flashy stuff. There's nothing on those body shots. Dude, how much has to be on 15 shots to your liver? And even if you don't go down on a liver shot, don't mean you didn't get hit in the liver. You got hit in the liver. You know, I was reading this book. I can't stand that I can't find where it is online, but it was a book written like in the early 1900s by a boxer who was like a journeyman boxer, but his thing was, it was called The Lost Art of Inside Fighting. The Lost Art of Inside Fighting. I do believe that's the title of the book. It's something like that. The Lost Art of Inside Fighting. And they would talk about why, the guy was talking about why when you just tap somebody like this, like you're on the inside and somebody just boop, boop, tying them up when they tie somebody up and they just hit you a couple times here, or they tie you up, just hit you a couple times here, right? Push you back, just tap you here. He was talking about how debilitating that is. How people like the outside fighting, like all that, but this guy his whole career was getting on the inside, grabbing somebody with the one arm, hitting them in the chest. He talked about punching people in the heart. He talked about punching people in the liver. He talked about that style of it. He's literally talking about how the dude's trying to kill somebody in that mug. You know what I mean? I'm watching these fights, and that's why I'm like, dude, this dude is really trying to hurt. That's pain. That's dangerous. Andre Ward's the same way. Andre Ward would get in there. When he gets it, Andre Ward is like that. Bernard Hopkins is like that. Errol Spence Jr. is like that. And it's like they're just in your body tearing this up. And that's why they say, they're like, oh, make deposits to the body. It wears them down over time. Yeah. Interrupting your flow of blood to your liver might make you a little lighthearted, man, a little lightheaded, right? It will take your legs away because they're keeping your blood from flowing through your body correctly. Dude, if you get punched in the heart, your heart is pumping the blood through your body. And I watched Errol Spence Jr. with a very vicious straight jab to right there. He hit Chris Van Herten. Chris Van Herten was like, ha, ha, ha. Errol Spence was, boom. This shit was right there. I was like, ow. But if you're not like paying attention to that, like you might not appreciate it. But I was in the mindset to just watch what's happening here. Same thing with Caleb Plant last night. When he got hit a couple of them shits in the livers and all that, it made hitting him in the head a lot easier. Oh, Kane B, bad guy, said a punch can knock your heart out of rhythm. Yeah, shit is. Whew. Passive student George Benton had some of the best inside work I've ever seen. Yeah, man, that shit is crazy, man. Yep, absolutely. George Benton. Fanon, oh, Broderick, so what you were saying, I feel the same reason. Thomas Hearn had problems with 5'10" and taller physical fighters like Barkley, Hagler, and even Leonard. He was too frail for their physicality. Yeah, that long, because you ain't got a lot of body. You know what I mean? You ain't got a lot of body. But I'm not, what I'm saying is, what's going on in the shy in this mug? What's good, man? How you feeling, man? Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. But like I'm saying, I'm not saying that oh, JC, let me see, man. I'm sorry, I missed something. Excuse me. Do you think Big E, much love in the super chat. He said, do you think the additional pounds of muscles Garcia is packing on will work against him, make him slower? I don't know. I mean, that's what a lot of people have said, that muscles make, when you put on a lot of muscle mass, it affects your flexibility. And you are carrying more muscles around, so it can mess with your endurance too. It can, it might be able to allow you to absorb more punishment, right? Because I guess you got like football players, you got layers of muscle is like body armor. You getting hit in that muscle, you might be able to take it better. But yeah, I mean, it very well could. I'm not for certain that it will. But if I'm Mikey Garcia, a fan, I'm hoping that Victor Conte is not a con artist. I know he is a con artist. I believe he's a con artist, but hey man. Gregory Wise said, bang the gong and let the beatings begin. Poor Mikey, I'm counting on Robert to save his brother. Yeah. JC Boxing says, Richard Steele said it best after Chavez Taylor. There's no fight worth a man's life. Much love in the super chat, JC Boxing. Yeah. And that's what you deal with. And that's the same thing that's the same thing for Terrence Crawford. Hey man, Terrence Crawford's a great fighter. He's a great fighter, but the same thing holds true. Same thing holds true. If it becomes any type of consistent exchanging battle, it might not be worth it. Now, I think that the difference between Mikey Garcia and Terrence Crawford is that Terrence Crawford has the footwork to potentially stay out of the range that time. You know what I mean? He's got the footwork to stay out there and work it like that. You know what I mean? But if you're not that type of dude, it's hard to just be that for 12 rounds. You know what I mean? It's hard to be that for 12 rounds. If you can't be, that's like Ali. They couldn't touch him when he was able to move that well. It was a guy like Foreman a guy like Frazier would have never gave him any problems in the 60s. In my opinion, Frazier would have been just easy work. Frazier would have just got picked up. He just would have got picked and pecked to death. Eyes shut up, slapped up, because he wouldn't have had the ability to make Muhammad Ali stand still. But once Muhammad Ali got to the point where he couldn't do that, and that typically happens in your 30s, right? When you're 30, you can no longer move like you used to be able to move. Your endurance, just being older, isn't like it is. You have to pick and choose your spots, But I'm telling you, Crawford also has impeccable timing. Yeah, now Crawford's not Mikey. Crawford's not Mikey. You know what I mean? Crawford's not Mikey. That's the way I see. But Mikey might have something up his sleeve that'll allow him to deal with that. I'm not saying that he doesn't. I don't know for sure. You have to have the fight. You have to have the fight. But watching the Errol Spence Jr. fights that I watched this weekend, and I watch Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is always close to you. He's close to you. He's got one of the best jab, right hand, left hook, jab, right hand, left hook, that he looks like it's going low and comes high. All of that, man. And he sets you up and puts your head to where he wants your head to be. Dude is excellent fighter. But dog, but when I'm listening to reviews of Errol Spence by guys they're talking about how technically sound he is. how technically sound he is, how he doesn't make very many mistakes, right? That's not the case with Robert Easter. That's not the case with Sergey Lipinets. That's not the case with Adrian Bronner. That's not the that's not the case with Zatziklan or any of these other guys. They're not that. That's not them. They give you things. Errol Spence doesn't give you a lot, and I just always worry about cats that are super, super fundamental. And if he's fundamental to the body, and he's able to do what he wants to do, that's just a lot of trouble for people, man. That's why I like Errol Spence like that. That's the thing I like about it. You know, I see what people are talking about with, like, you know, he doesn't fight like Floyd Mayweather Jr. You know, he doesn't fight like but he fights like, but neither did Andre Ward. The best thing about Andre Ward was not the fact that he was some great slick fighter. And the thing is, kills me. I was going and listening to people's reviews of fights, because sometimes I want to hear, if I want to judge what somebody does, like what their opinion is, I'll go back and watch reviews on fights, things that they talked about with fights that are like a year ago, 2 years ago. So I would go listen to what they said about Andre Ward leading into the Kovalev fight. And they're talking about how Andre Ward was some real slick boxer. It's like, man, what Andre Ward are you watching? Andre Ward is, a lot of ways, that dude is a seek and destroy. I mean, now he's counterpunching on the way in, but he's just so rough. You know what I mean? It's like he wants the best part of Andre Ward's game is when he's in your chest. That's the thing that separated him. He has the ability to box, but he's really getting in your chest. But they were acting like this, like you're just looking at him and thinking he's Roy Jones. Andre Ward was more Bernard Hopkins than he is Roy Jones. You know what I mean? He's more Bernard Hopkins than Roy Jones. But people are acting like that's what his thing was. And he's fighting bigger guys doing this, because I don't think Andre Ward's even that big. But you have like Gennady Golovkin, right? Like you said, Gennady Golovkin in a lot of ways has what? Very, very good timing, right? He's a very, very good, fundamentally sound boxer. Andre Ward would have ended that dude's career, man. Would have ended his career. Like, it wouldn't have been my personal opinion is that fight would have been so ugly with Andre Ward and Gennady Golovkin. First of all, Gennady Golovkin was not going to get out of that awake, right? But he'd get out of there awake, but he would not have got out of that fight the same fighter because of the body attack, because of that part, the not flashy part of it, the lunch box part of his game. You know what I mean? And like Adrian Bronner has like the flashy side, but he don't have the lunch box. He doesn't have the pail, the lunch pail type portion to his game. Robert Easter actually has that lunch pail game, but he just doesn't have the power to hurt anybody with the way that he likes to fight, going to the body, standing in there, doing that type of stuff. Caleb Plant, that's what I think. Like when I said in the fight, particularly in the fight with Caleb Plant, I thought he was going to win. But the problem with Caleb Plant for me still is he doesn't have it. When it's time to sit down and you got to get in that, when it's time to fight, because there's going to be that point in time in a fight that you got to sit down and fight. That's not there for Caleb Plant yet. It's not there for him. He doesn't have that ability to like James Toney, clearly make you miss punches, clearly make you, slip and boom, that type of game. He don't got that James Toney in him, dude. If he gets that James Toney aspect to it, that dude might be, if Caleb Plant could fight like that, if Caleb Plant had that Andre Ward, James Toney, that type of game, along with his footwork, along with his quickness and athletic ability, there wouldn't be anybody at 168 pounds that could beat him, because he would have both sides of that. You know what I mean? But I just don't see that in him yet. Fannon, boxing. I think he showed the ability to do that last night. He did it. he got hit a little too much in me there. I don't think it's not, if he gets, I'll put it this way. I know that he did. I know that he did it. If he improves on that, then he's going to be incredibly difficult to beat. If he can improve on that, then he's going to be incredibly difficult to beat while his legs work. You know what I mean? That's my take on it. I'm just saying, get that up one more notch. Get that up one more notch. What is that shit, dude? Okay, international. Yeah, he definitely needs to work on it. Yeah, if he gets better, then I'm down with him. I'm down with him already. But Brown said, Fannon, can you tell me if Canelo has a good resume? Me and my girl want to know what you think about it. Real shit. He's got a great resume. How can he not? Yeah, probably got the best resume in boxing as far as the names. Canelo Alvarez got the best. Canelo Alvarez got the best resume in boxing of any active fighter right now. How can you not? You got two. He got Gennady Golovkin on his resume. He's got Lara. He's got Trout. Lara, Trout. He fought Mayweather. And I'm just talking about the ones that he fought. He lost to Mayweather, obviously. But he had Shane Mosley. He's got Miguel Cotto. He fought Miguel Cotto. Sure, there's other cats. I mean, I don't want to count American as, whatever. But, I mean, of the names on his resume, he's got the best. He's got the deepest resume of Hall of Fame level fighters that he's fought. He's been in the league. He's been in the ring with many Hall of Fame level fighters. I mean, without a doubt. Now, I didn't think he won the Lara fight. I don't think he won the Trout fight. Some of those guys were smaller guys moving up, right? Like Shane Mosley, like Cotto, right? Those are smaller guys moving up. But still, he's got him on there. Playing little games with weight classes and all that. But now he's got to fight the contemporaries. You know what I mean? Some of those guys are older or whatever, but still, they're very experienced fighters. And he learned in there. You know what I mean? Oh, you got AB. He don't fight people at their peak. I mean, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a valid criticism of him. They play with it, but I'm just saying what it is. Damn. Hold on 1 second. Oh, at the end of their career, yeah, no doubt about it. Hi, does somebody call me? For who? Yeah, AFIA. Of a W9. Yeah, that's not me. That's my wife's business. So you're gonna have to call her. I can give you her number. I can give you her number. Hello? Sorry about that. I had to give out a phone number, so I'm hitting the mute on that one. My key is not excellent for now. What's going on, Farouk Milts? So yeah, man, I think that's a very fair. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure. All right, I was just making sure that I didn't have anything on here that would get my wife's number out. All right, cool. Sorry. Now I can get back to the chat. I just need to listen to this long enough to make sure it didn't come off. All right, cool. I'm cool. All right. Let me see. He don't fight people at the peak. Yeah, that's fair. Cover that mic like a real like a real G. Hey man, he ain't getting my shit. These guys is tripping, dog. Mike motto is use or lose. You funny, Junior the Super Dog. Said usually. I said I was worried you would let that number slip. Hell no. I ain't letting my nail know. Here. I ain't giving them dudes shit. I know I got me some trolls. I think I might be catching up on 78 on the most trolled channel. I think I might be the most trolled channel, dog. They say if not good looking out, too many creeps there. Oh yeah, man, them cats ain't getting that shit. Broader said, Fannon, do you think Uzcategui waited too long to let his hands go? I thought Plant was excellent advice from his corner, and Uzcategui didn't, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really that big on, I don't know, man. He did what he needed to do, okay? But I don't think Uzcategui really could let his hand go. He got dropped twice letting his hands go. Obviously, Plant in the early rounds had enough power to hurt him, you know what I mean? And that's what I didn't expect that. That's why I said I thought it would be a split decision win. Because I didn't expect those two knockdowns. But Plant surprised me by showing better power than I thought he had. Broderick Hunter said, okay, Pasu, I like how Fannon covered his mouth for the lip readers. Yeah, you know that. Harassing. You ain't harassing. I've been through enough harassing. Picasso said, Mikey's not technically sound. He can't box. All he does is time. We already been through this plenty of times. He can time you. Yeah, he times you. I don't know if you can time a truck though, but we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It'll be good. It'll be good to know. It'll be a good fight, man. It'll be a really good fight. It'll be a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm really excited. I'm as excited about it as anything. What's going on, Shambaz boy? Shabaza Boyami. Fannon, I'm listening, not watching. I hope you covered your mouth. Yes, I covered my mouth for sure. No doubt about it. Jeff Marshall said, thoughts on Joey Spencer looks official to me. I can't really tell anything on him that quick, man. He fought a guy that couldn't fight. You know what I mean? I think the best thing about him was just being on the stage, getting him used to fighting on TV. You know, that's all I'll say, man. I really didn't see too much. I didn't really see too much in him I didn't really see too much out of him. You know what I mean? He said the guy, it's like he beat up on me. You know what I mean? That guy had his mama and he had his wife and his daughter in the corner. So it was just, you know, it was a tomato can fight. Get him some rounds, get him through a training camp, get his name out there. But, you know, we'll see what happens, man. I mean, he's that thick. He's better stay at that weight class. You know what I mean? Got that Juice Williams. I hope Spence isn't really getting caught up in partying and drinking like some people are saying and not taking this seriously, man. See, you know, I don't see that, man. I don't see that, dude. You know, I think people are just trying to find anything to try to, you know, to make an argument for themselves, man. Like when you start talking about what people are doing outside the ring, right? You talking about what people are doing outside the ring, and it's you telling me what the other guy's doing outside the ring, you know, it ain't showing itself in the ring. And when it shows itself in the ring, then you can be like, you know what, man, you need to make a change in your life. But that's not the sense that I get. The sense that I get is the dude is serious about his skill set. You know, clearly you don't get to be that technically sound a fighter, you know, and do what he's done if you're not dedicated to your craft. You know what I mean? I mean, when they talk about the training camps that he and Jamal Charlo have and how hard they're pushing each other and the things that they're doing in training, even when there's not a fight coming up, when they're training. It seems to me I've never heard anything but that the dude is a monster in the gym. That's all I've ever heard until Bomac said some shit about drink. Until he came out and he sounded like he might have been tipsy on a microphone one day. And now the dude is a raging alcoholic. You know what I mean? I'll see it. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it. I've heard it, but I've not seen it. Same thing with Mikey. Come on, dude. You know Mikey. How do I know Mikey's not drinking? How do I know Mikey's not drinking? He very well can. He don't. I've never heard anybody say Mikey. Mikey never drinks. Mikey never drinks. Mikey never stays out at night. Mike, I don't know what Mikey's personal history is because Mikey don't let anybody know. You know what I mean? Mikey doesn't look like his physical body doesn't look like he's some workout fiend. He's a cat that's been in the gym his whole life, man. I don't know what he's doing. It's like Errol Spence had a drink. I'm not sure why that necessarily. I mean, I wouldn't jump to any conclusions, man. I wouldn't jump to any conclusions. Obviously, Sugar Ray Leonard partied. That shit never showed in Sugar Ray Leonard's in the ring with Sugar Ray Leonard. And Sugar Ray Leonard was doing heavy drugs, and it never showed itself in the ring. Right? And I think he got on it maybe got in the dirt like after the retina. He tore his retina or whatever, and he was away that he did that. But if you're going to do that away, you were probably doing a little something when you were there, man. Sugar Ray Leonard was partying. These cats party. You thought like Sonny Liston didn't party? Sonny Liston partied. I mean, not everybody's Floyd Mayweather Jr., man. You know what I mean? Not everybody's Floyd Mayweather Jr. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. did things that aren't necessarily the best for you, like staying up all night, right? He's notorious for staying up all night, being at strip clubs and partying. He didn't drink. He didn't smoke, right? But he's up night. He's up all time. And he's not, going to sleep at 9 o'clock at night, making sure he gets his 8.5 hours of sleep. And, people live their lives, man. And that type of shit can catch up to you. But the first time you take a drink or the first 3 years that you drink, you're just not going to fall all apart. You know what I mean? That's something that takes, if that's a situation with him, more than likely that's going to take its toll in his 30s. You know what I mean? It's going to take the toll in the 30s. He's a 28-year-old man. He's a 23-year-old young man, 28-year-old young man. Hurricane Henry would be more. Most boxers drink. I was a boxer. I know. They said Mike Tyson was on everything. Yeah, Zeus on them out there trying to start fights, man. Says Spence did coke and receives less criticism than Spence for being tipsy. Yeah, man. But see, here's the thing, man. That was a lot of that's a lot of Terrence Crawford fans doing that. Who, like a lot of people say, were really closet Keith Thurman fans. That was a closet Keith Thurman fans. But Keith Thurman's going to be back. Keith Thurman's going to be back soon. He'll be back. You can go back to cheering for Keith Thurman after he wins his next fight. Yes, sir. You can go right back to doing that. Zeus wants all the smoke. Dog. But my wife was making him a softie, taught him how to roll over on his back. And like now every time I give him a treat, she took him to a trainer. And now every time I give him a treat, I got to like sit, lay, roll over. I'm like, man, I got this big ass dog so he could be hardcore. I didn't get this big ass dog so he could lay on his back and wag his tail for a treat. I was like, what the trainer going to tell me how to get him to bite some damn body that comes in the house? How about that? How about what I got to do? Where's the guard dog training? Where's the dude that got him running down the grass, ripping at somebody's sleeve? That type of training. Can I get that type of training? Trying to make a dog that is naturally a hardcore dog into a softie. Ridiculous. I got an Antonelli Shepherd. Great. He need to go to the gym. Exactly, dog. Exactly. Yeah, dog, porn the dog. Lose all your desire. Lose all your desire watching that nonsense. Giving people treats. Thurman coming back, fight a couple of C-level dudes and getting out of the game because he has to fight Errol Spence Jr. No, man, they doing pay-per-view events now. He gonna get a lot of courage, dog. These dudes gonna get courage, man. They're gonna get courage because they got pay-per-view now. They're gonna get courage because it's all that money. All that money. Let this Errol Spence Jr. Mikey Garcia fight do 600,000 pay-per-view buys. Let it do 607. Let me tell you, let's do the math real quick before I get off of here, man. Calculator. 600 G times 75. We use Deontay Wilder's. That's $45 million in pay-per-view revenue. Plus, hit that plus sign, plus $10 million gate. We're going to Dallas. There'll be a lot of people there. We'll do a $10 million gate. Equals, did I do 10,000? I know what it really is. It's $55 million. $55 million without any international TV rights or any of that stuff. Just those two. And they're their own promoters, so they don't have to pay that out of pocket. There you go. They will get brave. Because it's not $2-3 million. Now you're talking about $10-12 million. Now you're talking $10-12 million. Okay? $10-12 million. They're going to get brave. I believe that ain't no way Keith Thurman is passing up $10 million to fight Errol Spence Jr. Say what you want about Keith once upon a time, Keith Eldebarge, all of them jokes. He might have been hesitant, but he ain't stupid. He gonna take that money. He got with that Tibetan chick. That chick would be like, look, you better take this fight. Tim Bradley is 5 times the fighter Bronner is, and look what happened to him. What's that? Tim Bradley is a great body puncher. Yeah, but he can't crack. He can't punch. Tim Bradley's kind of feather-fisted, man. Yeah, they better get courage with that money. This type of training is this big-ass. Oh, that type of training is at this big-ass dog school in Round Rock. Man. Put that flute down, get some courage and smoke. You got that right, dog. Keith fought one time long ago, Thurman. What's good, man? What's good? But look, man, I got to roll up out of here, man. Hey, man, I got 257 people in the building, and I got 181 likes. Let's get the likes up, people. Let's get the likes up. I'd appreciate it. Oh, no worry. Hey, Jim Boxing, man. Check out my man, Jim Boxing. Shout out to Jim Boxing. Please subscribe to Jim Boxing. Jim Boxing got that good work on his channel. I get his notifications and join his notification gang. That's my impersonation. Join the notification gang so you can be notified of when he releases some videos. Peace to Shy. You got me with a like. Oh, 200 likes. Now we over 200 likes, dog. Thank you. All right, though. Got that Juice Williams. Yeah, I'm not convinced either. Amir Khan's going to be a tricky fight. If Terrence Crawford cannot knock out Amir Khan, that's going to be an interesting fight, dude. Okay? That's going to be an interesting fight. But I think he touches his chin. No joke. I think he just tries to get up in there and tries to knock him out. That's what I think he does. I think you're going to see Bud Crawford for the first time. I don't think I've ever seen Bud fight inside. Has Bud ever fought inside? Somebody let me know, man, if Bud's ever like sat in there really in exchange with somebody. That's what he should do with Khan. He should walk Khan's ass down and stop him. That's what I want to see him out of that with Khan. Oh, with Gamboa? Okay, I got to go look back and see the Gamboa fight again. But I want to see him walk down, kind of knock him out. Yeah, that's a tough fight. I definitely believe that Sean Porter's a very tough fight for Sean Porter's a tough fight for anybody, man. Except Spence. I think he gets murdered against Spence. Because you come in there wrestling. But we'll see. Bud is a great inside fighter. Yeah, I gotta see. I believe the dude can do anything. I just haven't seen it. So anyway, it is what it is. But look, man, with that, I gotta roll. Peace to everybody in the chat. Much love in the super chat. Check out in 20 minutes, I do believe that is when World Breaker Fighting comes on. Also, check out my man later today, Best Fight the Best BFTB Boxing. Also, Avid Boxing Fan be doing his work. Jim Boxing be does his work. Check him out, man. I believe 78 Sports TV is going to go on at 7. So, hey, man, it's your day, it's your job, and you're in your if you in your truck, doing what you got to do, mowing your lawn, I don't know, what you're doing, washing your ass in the bathroom, watching LDBC live stream and support. And with that, I'm out. Peace.